Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, your hero, Benjamin Banks, and you're watching Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. And today I'm reviewing the final episode of season 2 for The Promised Neverland. Before I get into today's review, make sure that you like this video, you hit that subscribe button, and tap the bell button so that way you're always notified when we have new content here on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. So let's go ahead and get into today's review. The episode, like I said, is the series finale for this anime. I know on last week's episode, I felt that it was getting towards the end, but I didn't think that it was going to be the end. It was a good episode. You know, it was a great episode to wrap the series up. I did just start reading the manga. I have been starting to ask more questions about this because, of course, as we know, they skipped over a lot of stuff in this series, and it pissed off a lot of fans who read the manga and were hoping to see, everything that happened in the manga put into this anime. It's kind of crazy because it's like, I'm a huge My Hero Academia fan, and imagine if you read the My Hero Academia manga, and everything that you saw was kind of just skimmed over, like it didn't even happen. I will say that I was spoiled on a couple of things because I wanted to do my research myself to see if the manga ending was going to be the same in the anime for the Promised Neverland, and it isn't. It's very different. I didn't look that much into it because I didn't want to spoil myself that much, but it is very different, and I'm not going to say anything for everybody that only watches the anime, because I do advise and suggest that everybody who is a fan of the anime get out there and watch or read the manga. I mean, I know you can watch it somewhere, like people do videos of the entire manga and whatnot, but yeah, I would suggest reading it because there are differences, and the creator of the series, they were close on and pretty hands-on with the anime, and they wanted these changes to take place. So yeah, there's that. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the review. So the episode, it picks up where Peter, he's still on the ground. Emma, she offers the hand to him and suggests that you should come with us, you should be free, we can all work together. And he tells his story about his brother Peter, and I'm sorry, not Peter, his brother James. And pretty much James, he finds out that, and if you don't know who James is, that's Mr. Minerva, just to give a quick reminder. But James, he pretty much finds out the history of their family and finds out that the kids that are going to these farmhouses are their descendants. And pretty much James wants to help the kids after he finds out the truth about like what his family has been doing all of these years. And Peter, he's just like, nah, like I love this. I love the history. I love what our family's doing and whatnot. And he doesn't like what his brother is becoming. So he ends up sacrificing his brother so that way that they can continue the family tradition of, keeping up the deal that the humans and the demons have. And, I really don't like Peter for real. He ends up killing himself because he doesn't want to side with Emma and the rest of her crew. And, Emma, she tries to save him. She tries to, apply pressure to the wound, and he ends up dying. And while they're there, Emma, she tells Isabella and the rest of the mothers that, hey, we forgive you guys, because when you look at it, it wasn't their fault that they were in the positions that they were in. And Emma, she lets Isabella know that the entire time that they were out in the open world, that, they were mad at first because she was their enemy. But as time went on, they remembered and they loved the love and genuine, how genuine it was, the love that she gave them and how happy she made them feel like. And that's what I do love about Isabella. We had Lum come on to our podcast before, and Lum was just pretty much just saying like that Isabella, she knew that the children were going to be sacrificed, and that's the reason why she she cared for them so much and let them live out, you know, longer lives compared to what was going on at the other farmhouses. Because Isabella, it's like she wanted them to have a chance at living and not just being shipped out, unfortunately, like they were. So yeah, check out that video review. We did it. It was a review on season 1 of Promised Neverland, and our guest was Lum. Sorry. I'm so sorry, Lum. Please do not kill me. It was Lum Ranma Yasha. There we go. But yeah, check out that video. I'll tag it at the end of this video so that way you can watch it, because it was a really good episode. And Lum, they were very knowledgeable on the series. So yeah, make sure that you check that out. But yeah, so Isabella, you know, the kids, they all hug. They all are going to go to the human world together, and they use the pen that they got from Mr. Minerva, and it pretty much opens the door to the human world. And as everybody's walking through the human world, walking through the doors to the human world, Emma, Ray, and Norman, they are staying behind. And the reason why they're staying behind is because they have a mission to save all of the people that are on these farms and whatnot. And they want to bring down the demon queen and the nobles. So it's a very touching moment. Phil, everybody, they're in tears, you know, because they started this mission together to get to the human world. But I understand the reason why they want to stay behind. And we go back to a flashback where Emma is telling everybody that's in the room, Ray, Norman, Mujika, Sonju, that this is what they want to do. They want to save everybody. And Don and Gilda, they end up hearing this, so they know their role. And then Zazie, and everybody else, Sislo and Vincent and Barbara, they say that they're all on board too. They're going to help, so that way that they can bring down this demon world. And it was a very touching moment. They go their separate ways and whatnot. And Emma, she makes the promise that she will return to the world. Norman, he lets Vincent go to the human world, so that way that Vincent can help the kids that they bring from the demon world to the human world. And Emma asks Isabella to pretty much just watch over everybody in the human world, because she did a good job when she was their mother. So Emma knows that she'll do a good job watching over the new kids that continue to come over to their world. So after that, all we pretty much get are a bunch of screenshots. It becomes like a slideshow where it shows everything that has transpired since both of the parties went their separate ways, and we see everybody adjusting to being in the human world. Now, what's interesting about this is that I thought that when they went over to the human world that the humans were going to either kill them or send them back to the demon world. That's what I thought was going to happen. But no, like, they came over to the human world. They were able to live normal lives. And the human world was much like our world. It's like there were, you know, the stores, like pretty much everything that, like, if they in the demon world was like so far behind, like on technology and all of that stuff. And it felt like it was more of like a medieval world. But when you get over to the human world, like, it's just like our world. So we see them, time goes by, the kids end up getting older. We see Isabella, she has a son. Everybody is just enjoying their lives now. And then back in the demon world, we see Emma, Ray, Norman, Mujika, Sonju, and the rest of the crew. And pretty much what they're doing, they're taking down demons. They are, you know, fighting really powerful ones. They show some of them, and I feel like unless you read the manga, like, you're not going to know who these other demons are. So it's definitely something, like, again, like I said, I suggest reading it so that way you can see the fights and the battles that go down, because it's definitely something that I started doing, because there's so much that we don't know. And it's like, I'm not going to spoil it, but I saw something in the manga and I'm just like, man, so but I'm not going to say it. But yeah, read the manga. Like I said, pretty much everything just transpires and everybody is living better now. They end up in the demon world taking down the queen of the demons and the nobles and whatnot, and Mujika ends up becoming the queen of the demon world now. And after they save everybody, they return to the human world, and we see Phil. He's a teenager now, and it's crazy because it's like Emma, Ray, and Norman, they still look like kids. They still look the same as if when they left. But Phil, he's a teenager now. We see that everybody's older, and it ends with Phil and Emma holding each other, and Emma saying, "I told you that we'd be back. We're home now." So overall, it was a good season. For somebody like me who didn't read the manga, I enjoyed it. But again, I can understand why people who read the manga are pissed. But overall, I mean, as the series as a whole, for me, I'll easily give it a 10 out of 10. So many good moments, even going all the way back to season 1. Just watching that first episode and being hooked right at the end of the first episode. It's a really good series. I suggest it to anybody. Again, read the manga. Like I've been saying that this entire review. Read the manga because there's so much more that we missed out on. And I feel like, with the stuff, again, because this is now going to be my final review for Promised Neverland. I hope that we get a movie. I hope that we, expand on the stuff that we missed out on. I mean, it does kind of suck that they just skimmed over everything at the end of the anime, but I mean, they just wrapped it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm assuming too that it was possibly the budget. We are still in the pandemic and whatnot right now, but I feel like this series could have easily went on for at least one more season, at least one, probably two more seasons probably. But hop in the comments. Let's talk about it. Let me know how you felt about this series finale. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Are you going to read the manga? Are you done with the series? Just let me know. Let's talk about it in the comments. And as always, you can find me, your hero, Benjamin Banks, at KingBenji_Banks on Twitter and Instagram. And you can find me on Facebook by typing in Benjamin Banks. And I should be the first person to pop up. If not, then I need to contact Mr. Zuckerberg. Make sure that you check out some of our other video reviews that we have. And we've been putting out a lot this week. We got our interview coming out tomorrow with actress Brianne Davis. We have our Falcon and Winter Soldier review coming out tomorrow as well. And we just did a video review for Close Enough, Kid Cosmic. And as always, we have the Superman and Lois video review. And then on Saturday, we have the My Hero Academia episode 0 review. So make sure that you check that out. Stay tuned. Thank you for the support. Keep that pinky up. I'll see you next time. Peace.
Thanks again, everybody, for watching another episode of Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe to the channel. Podcast, we got that too. Make sure you give us a thumbs up and hit that bell for further episodes and notifications. Thanks a lot to our patrons. And if you don't mind, join the Patreon. We'll be having new specials coming up soon.